Don't skip this story because what happened in this little cafe changed 3 lives forever. It was an ordinary morning at Harbor Beans Cafe, a small seaside coffee shop tucked between 2 old bookstores. The gentle aroma of roasted beans floated through the air as the sound of steaming milk and clinking cups filled the room. Among the staff there was a shy young waitress named Leela, soft-spoken, always polite, and often invisible in the crowd. She wasn't the kind to talk much, not because she didn't want to, but because she never quite knew what to say. Her coworkers liked her, but she kept to herself, hiding behind her quiet smile and messy bun. That morning, as she wiped down a corner table, the bell over the door jingled. A man in his late 20s walked in, clean-cut, wearing a simple gray hoodie. He looked nervous, scanning the menu board as if trying to memorize it. Leela greeted him softly. "Good morning, sir. What can I get you today?" He didn't reply. Instead, he looked up, smiled awkwardly, and pointed at a muffin. Then he pointed to a coffee cup on the menu. Leela paused. She asked again, "Would you like that with sugar?" But again, no response, just another smile. And then it hit her. His hearing aid glimmered faintly under the morning light. He was deaf. For a moment, she froze. No one had ever taught her sign language, no one except her late mother, who used to volunteer at a school for deaf children. She remembered a few signs, rusty and hesitant. Taking a deep breath, Leela slowly signed, "Hello, what would you like?" The man's eyes widened in surprise. He wasn't expecting anyone to understand him. A bright smile broke across his face. His hands moved quickly, fluently signing, "Coffee, blueberry muffin, thank you." Leela struggled to keep up but managed to sign back, "You're welcome." Their exchange was short, simple, and wordless, but powerful. The man left the cafe with a grateful smile, mouthing the words, "Thank you," before leaving. Leela felt her heart swell with quiet pride. What she didn't realize was that someone had been watching. At a corner booth near the window sat a man in a navy suit. He had come in quietly earlier, laptop open, papers spread out, his coffee half finished. To the world he was Ethan Cole, the billionaire CEO of a major hospitality chain, but right now he wasn't thinking about business. He was watching that small act of kindness unfold, and it stirred something deep in him. When Leela turned back to her cleaning duties, Ethan closed his laptop and walked to the counter. "Excuse me," he said in a calm, warm tone, "that was very kind of you." Leela blinked, startled. "Oh, thank you, sir, I just wanted to help." "Do you always do that?" he asked, genuinely curious. She shrugged nervously. I just think everyone deserves to feel understood, you know, even if it's just over coffee." Ethan smiled. He didn't say more. He paid for his order and left, but before leaving, he slipped his business card under the tip jar. 2 weeks later, Leela's manager called her into the office. "You're not in trouble," he said quickly, noticing her nervousness. "Actually, someone sent this." He handed her an envelope. Inside was a letter, simple, typed neatly, and a check. "Dear Leela," it began. "I watched what you did that day for the deaf customer. You reminded me of something I forgot long ago. That business is about people first, profit second. I own the Cole Group of hotels. We're launching a new initiative called Kindness Speaks. It's about making hospitality accessible to everyone, especially guests with disabilities. I'd like you to be part of it. If you accept, we'll provide full training, a new position, and a scholarship to study communication and customer care. Let me know. Ethan Cole." Leela's hands trembled. She couldn't believe it. She had just wanted to be kind, and now someone had noticed. Not just anyone, a man who could change her entire life. The next few months were a whirlwind. Leela joined the program, learning advanced sign language, training new staff, and helping design welcoming spaces for people with hearing and speech challenges. Every week she saw that same deaf customer again. His name was Aaron, and soon they became friends. She even helped him get a part-time job at the cafe. When the day came for the official launch of the Kindness Speaks campaign, Leela stood on stage beside Ethan. Cameras flashed, reporters took notes, and guests applauded. She wore a simple blue dress, her hands shaking slightly as she held the microphone. "I used to think being shy meant staying quiet," she said softly, her voice trembling. "But kindness doesn't need a loud voice. Sometimes even a small sign can change someone's world." The room went silent, then erupted in applause. Ethan smiled proudly, whispering, "You've just inspired hundreds of thousands." After the event, as she walked out into the evening light, Aaron approached her, signing, "You changed my life." Leela smiled back, tears in her eyes, and signed, "No, you changed mine." The story of the shy waitress who signed hello to a deaf guest spread across social media. Millions were touched. Cafes and hotels across the country began adopting similar initiatives, and every time Leela saw a deaf customer smile because someone took the time to learn a few signs, she felt her heart glow. Sometimes it's not about being rich or powerful, it's about being human, about taking a moment to understand, to care, to connect. So if you're watching this right now, remember, your smallest act of kindness might be the miracle someone else is praying for.